Hi guys, it's Flo and today I'm here with this tutorial. This is a fall inspired look using all Makeup Geek eyeshadows. You can see the star of the show is this green eyeshadow on the lid. I really love this jewel tone shade. It's green but still neutral. Some people are scared to wearing green eyeshadows, but I think this is still neutral and classy. I'm using this palette. It is made with all Makeup Geek eyeshadows and I really enjoy this type of shade, you know, very warm gold and brown shades. They are neutral but with a little twist, I think, and this green eyeshadow is absolutely stunning. I am going to be featuring some Sigma products. This is the baking and strobing brush set from Sigma and it has 5 brushes in it. If you don't know what is baking, this is just a technique that allows your makeup to stay all day. You just use lots of powder onto your face and let it sit for a certain amount of time. That means that you let the powder cook onto your face, and with the heat it melts into your skin. And you remove it with a brush and that's it. And it lets you with a nice mattified skin. And strobing, it's all about highlighting. You highlight your face so that it gives you a nice glow and a healthy look. I will show you everything in details and how I use this set, and I hope you will find it helpful. So if you want to know how to recreate this look, keep on watching. So today I'm going to be using 2 foundations. I apply the product onto my under eye and especially on the freckles because I want to cover them a little bit to have a much perfected complexion. Here is my favorite brush. This is the Concealer Blend Kabuki F79. Okay, it's very soft. It doesn't create any strokes and this is absolutely perfect for concealing. Now I'm using Anastasia Stick Foundation. It's in warm natural that I apply on my oily T-zone because it is made for oily skin. I apply the product with Delium Tool. This is the oval multi-purpose brush and you can see it really blends the product super smoothly and super quickly. I like this brush because it's very dense. It really catches the product and blends perfectly without creating any strokes. I like using an oval brush for my foundation because it's very quick and easy. I like this brush because it's not too big so that I can reach some areas like the nose area. Because this foundation sets pretty quickly, I apply some strokes like this and I blend pretty quickly just after I apply the product on some areas like this. Now a little bit of concealer. I like to conceal a little bit my freckles because with the sun it's much more darker. This concealer is pretty neat because we have 2 tones, one which has some salmon undertones. It helps to hide my imperfection, especially when you have some pigmentation like this. And then I go with my concealer brush like this and some foundation to have nice blend. Now this is the baking process. I am using RCMA No Color Powder. This is the Bake Kabuki brush F89. I apply the product here, especially where I put a lot of foundation, especially onto the freckles. When I put some concealer also, so that it sets everything in place. I apply a little bit of the product also onto the forehead because this is my oily area. Now this is the Bake Precision. It will help you to reach some areas like around the nose, and you can see side-by-side comparison. And here around the nose to avoid any creasing of the foundation. Now I'm sweeping the product from the lid, and now we can move on to the eye makeup. I already did my eyebrows. I'm using this palette from Makeup Geek. I love a nice blend of shimmery and warm tones, and I love this green shadow. This is Take 2. This is a foiled eyeshadow. The first shade I am applying on all over the lid, it's Crème Brûlée, and I apply the product. This is a large brush. It's very nice, especially for me, because I have a large lid space. Now I'm using a more classic blending brush. This is a Bdellium Tool 776, and this is the Pink Bamboo collection. This is a vegan collection. I apply tiny lines here onto the lid like this. Now I'm creating some smokiness using Bada Bing and Americano. Both shades are absolutely gorgeous, but Bada Bing is more on the ashy side and Americano is more red tone. I apply the product especially onto the outer part of my eyes and a little bit here onto the lower lash line. And you want to join the outer corners like this. This brush is absolutely amazing to apply the foiled eyeshadow. I haven't used any primer onto my eyes, so you can see the result by itself. It's very efficient. I am patting the product and I'm sweeping especially here in the corners and onto the outer part of the shades. Now with a Real Techniques blending brush, I apply Cocoa Bear onto the limit of the green color and the rest of the lid. And again, you want to blend the products very well. I like to apply this beautiful shade also onto the inner part of my eyes like this. Now I'm going back with Take 2 that I apply again, but more on the center of the lid to add some pop. And now, because we want a nice transition between all the shades, I apply the dark colors here onto the outer part and create a nice blend between the green and the brown. I'm adding a little bit of Take 2 onto the lower lash line. And now this is the shade Glamorous that I apply here onto the inner corner of my eyes. And a little bit of Magic Act to give more dimension. And again, a little bit of blending. And now we can move on to the eyeliner. This is the tattoo liner. The shade is Trooper. This is just a black one from Kat Von D. And now a little bit of mascara, and especially onto the lower lash line to open up my eyes. And some highlight. This is Rapunzel that I apply onto the brow bone. And you want to blend everything together. And today I'm applying some false lashes. These are iconic from House of Lashes. I'm hiding the white glue with some black eyeshadow. Can move on to the rest of the face. I am sweeping the excess powder with the powder sweep by Sigma. I'm contouring the face with my oval brush. It's very pigmented, but you use this kind of brush, but of course you want to blend everything. And I think that the Concealer Blend Kabuki is perfect to smooth out the lines. I'm applying also the contour onto the forehead. It gives me a nice tan. And here I'm applying the product onto the jawline to slimmer the face. I like to contour my nose a little bit, but not too much because I don't want it to be too obvious. It has to be very discreet. and you want to blend any arch line with this concealer blend Kabuki that I really enjoy. Now I am bronzing my face with Bad Habit from Makeup Geek. Next we can move on to the highlight. This is the beautiful collaboration between Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights. This palette is super versatile. It has some highlight shade. You can use the rest of the shades as a blush or as a bronzer, and it's really pretty, and the packaging is absolutely stunning. I am applying the darker shade as a bronzer on all over the face. And now a little bit of highlights onto the points you want to have more dimension, onto the cheekbone like this. Onto the forehead. A little bit on the nose and on the cupid's bow like this. Now I am using this gorgeous blush. This is from Marc Jacobs, and I love it so much. It's such a beautiful object, and this is the shade Kink and Kisses. Now we are done with the face, and we can move on to the lips. And the last step of the makeup, I am applying some lip liner. This is Spice from MAC, and I am applying this beautiful shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is like a terracotta color with some pink in it, and I think this is absolutely stunning, especially for fall. And to finish up the look, I'm applying some Fix Plus to set all the products in place. So here is the final look, and it's very fall appropriate again. I'm very into fall now, and yeah, this green is so stunning, and I absolutely love it. It is such a beautiful shade, so easy to wear, and paired with these lips, I think this look is pretty nice. I hope you will enjoy this fall look, and please give it a thumbs up if you did. And you can also join me on Instagram, where I post every single day. See you very soon!